All right, let's get into it. So Taurus, I think that there is stability in your life. I have an Emperor and an Empress showing up. So I see a couple and I also see family here. I see that maybe you're moving on to some calmer waters and trying to make things work after possibly some difficulty. And there is stability here, but you and another person need to get on the same page. Yeah. So messages of love, soulmate. Your soulmate loves, accepts, and respects you unconditionally, but obstacles, unhealed wounds are blocking forward movement, and different pages. You and this person don't share the same vision, but abundance, you've done the work. Abundance flows to you now. With you're not on the same pages and abundance, some of you might be having some disagreements with a loved one about money and what to do with it. There's also some stuff about the past that's triggering either you or this person. There's some obstacles that need to be overcome. Thinking about what to do with your abundance moving forward. You're struggling to get on the same page, but Spirit wants you to know that your soulmate does love you and accept you, and they do have respect for you. They're trying to love you unconditionally. They're trying to love you without condition, but that might be difficult. I sense that you guys maybe had a Ten of Swords moment not that long ago. But I'm also picking up that there's some good stuff coming in. I'm hearing like a baby or a wedding. Maybe you recently found out you were pregnant, or there was a recent nuptial event, possibly. Yeah, I'm hearing that for some of you that's the case. So what you need to surrender to help you experience less tension and more flow moving forward. Surrender to receiving support and love. Surrender defensiveness, but surrender the idea that you can fix someone is at the bottom of the deck. Keep in mind that it is time for a relationship to shift. You can't fix a person. Each person has to be accountable for his or her own healing. In particular, with the unblocked wounds, blocking forward motion, you might not be able to help another person or vice versa. They need to do that healing on their own. They just need love and support, or maybe you do. I'm also picking up, Taurus, with surrender to receiving support and love and defensiveness. I'm hearing a lot of, I don't want your help with this right now. Someone really thinks they can do it on their own. That might be you. You guys do have a bit of a stubborn side, and you're a can-do, will-do kind of sign. Typically, Taurians do not need much help. They'll get her done, and they'll get it done on their own. So, if you guys need support and love and help, you may feel defensive because you feel like someone's trying to change you or fix you. So maybe talk with your partner about how you'd like to receive support and love, because someone's feeling defensive. It might be you. I'm kind of getting the sense that someone's not, maybe you guys don't speak the same love language all the time. Yeah, I'm also seeing don't worry down here. Don't worry so much. But everyone needs to heal on their own. Someone may be pressuring you about healing. So check in with yourself. Are there things that need to be healed? The person coming towards you sees themselves as the Four of Cups. The way they're feeling is the Six of Cups. This person might be thinking about their past, because I have the Six of Cups twice. They may also be thinking about children. They see you as the Emperor. So I could be picking up on masculine Taurus, or we have a masculine showing up. That could be you, that could be them, Aries energy. What you need to know is the Nine of Wands. Someone's feeling kind of guarded, but the final outcome is strength, Leo. Someone's being strong. You know, last week, I think it was Thursday or Friday, there was some interesting things happening in astrology that was causing everybody to struggle with communication. There's some retrograde energy happening. Mars squared off with a bunch of stuff. And I think it's making everybody just think about past hurts, worried about being hurt moving forward. I can see that possibly some tempers have flared recently. And now there's a struggle to open up and communicate. So the person coming towards you, I mean, this could all be you too. Keep in mind it could be reversed. Four of Cups, the emotional reevaluation station. What do I want here? Clarifying this is the Ten of Wands, the Seven of Swords, and the Five of Cups. Taurus, the person in your energy might not be doing as well as you think they are. First of all, they're carrying a heavy load. They may even, sometimes the Ten of Wands suggests like some shame or regret or guilt that they just can't let go of. They're carrying a lot of burdens and they're struggling to put those burdens down. Seven of Swords to Five of Cups. This person may be sneaking off and praying in the bathroom in the middle of dinner this week or something. Like, they have regrets. They've had a hard time opening up. They may regret some choices they've made recently. They're sad. He always looks like he's praying in this deck. They're kind of playing duck and weave with you. If this person is upset or upset with you at all, Taurus, they may struggle to tell you that. This person may have some Virgo or something in their chart, or some Scorpio. One of the signs that can be a little bit more subdued, or Leo. When Leos get their feelings hurt, they hold back too. This person is upset. They don't quite know how to approach. They're not sure how they feel. They're bummed out, stressed out, struggling to open up with you. I don't think communication has been great. And you may have a struggle with it this week as well. What you need to know is the Six of Cups. So the past, childhood memories, also a sweetness and a fondness. I'm also thinking this is about the future and children possibly, because what's clarifying this is the Three of Wands, the Queen of Cups. This could be a water sign that misses you, wants to spend time with you. But I noticed in this deck she's pregnant, and I have the Six of Cups again. This person may be thinking, someone may be thinking about pregnancy. Someone may be thinking about children in the future. They might not be sure they want to do that. Or it's just some water sign that really misses you. Misses you, or an emotional person. Thinking about how sweet it was in the past between the two of you, hoping that in the future it can be recaptured, because someone here is approachable with the Cup of Love. Taurians can be very loving and approachable, if that's you. But then we've got this Emperor. Now this is how you're being seen. So I could be picking up, it could be, the Emperor can be a man or a woman. But we've got this masculine energy here. But the Emperor is, I am completely boss. I am in control, stiff upper lip. Some of you are throwing this masculine energy where you are feeling like you need to be in charge. You are feeling like you need to take the lead. You need to be logical. You need to be practical. Emperor is father or mother, patriarch, matriarchal energy. Definitely in charge, large and in charge. You might have been a little my way or the highway with someone. Someone is also seeing you as very traditional. You may be strongly influenced by your own father in some way. Yeah, he's a husband, sometimes married man, a boss, a dad. But clarifying the Emperor, I clarified it quite a bit, is the Five of Wands, the Hermit, and the Five of Swords. Whoa. I wanted to know what the Five of Swords was, and they just gave me two more cards, the Fool and Justice. Okay. There is definitely tension between the two of you. And with the Virgo energy, there is a struggle to communicate. If for any reason you may not be aware of how this person's feeling. Someone's not aware of how someone else is feeling, and that's pissing them off. And I think what they're upset about with the Fool and Justice is, I keep feeling like you guys recently had an argument, like yesterday. Like there was a fight, and then one of you felt like justice was served, it's fine, and everything is just fine now and moving on with the Fool. And the other person's like, the more I think about it, it was just tension that we could work through before. But the more I think about it, the more pissed off I am. God damn it. And I don't like it that this other person is just thinking the justice has been served, everything is fine, and we're all done. I'm also sensing that someone may miss a water sign. They miss their window with that water sign. This is from their past. Now they've had to move on, or that water sign moved on, and that irritates them, but it's too late now. He's married or with someone else in a committed relationship. That's possible. And Queen of Cups could be mother, because it's Cancerian energy. I'm picking up very strongly, Taurus, that either you or the person you're connecting with, you may both be experiencing you may be revisiting the past quite a bit, thinking about your own mothers and fathers, thinking about your lineage, your childhood. and how it's had this trickle down effect into your current relationships, I'm hearing. Yeah. But what you need to know is the Nine of Wands. Okay, boundaries are being pushed and tested here. Big time. Clarifying this is the Emperor, again, the Six of Swords and the King of Swords. Why I'm really getting the feeling that the masculine and the feminine both have a bit of a stubborn side, but the masculine's like, well, what I say goes, and we're moving on, and that's it. I get the last fucking word. Period. The end. When I said this argument was over, I meant it. When we're done, we're done. And I'm right. I don't know if it's really over, though. I mean, I have the Six of Swords here, and here's the stability again, but then here's the Hermit. Okay, someone's not opening up. They're heartbroken, and they're worried. Okay, someone's struggling to open up, either you or them. And I'm hearing, again, something about like a father figure or a mother figure, and it reminding them of something from the past. That could be you, that could be them. Be very careful with communication between yourself and a loved one, because some things are being left unsaid, and it's someone is feeling insecure about the masculine energy. Yeah. Whoever the Emperor is, he's getting the last word, and it's not okay with the feminine. For my ladies, I don't care if you're a Taurus or a cross watcher, this is not going to work. And praying about it is like, you have to talk. You guys have to talk to each other. But the final outcome is strength, holding back, holding on. You guys fighting over a dog or pets or animals? That's also a possibility. Someone's just going to spend time with their cat or dog, I hear. That's very soothing and grounding. Something about kids versus animals I'm hearing for a few of you, just one or two of you. Clarifying this is the Queen of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, and the Empress. Well, there you are. That's you. Worried about a mother or a mother figure. I think the feminine is trying to be very grounded and very practical and very strong, but she is worried about the Empress. Now, the Empress is you. So we've got a couple different queens showing up here. These could be different people or different aspects of feminine and masculine. I'm also hearing that someone is worried about having children, worried about a mother. I heard someone saying, I'm worried about becoming like my own mom. Like maybe their mother wasn't always the best for them. But I do see the feminine trying to be very grounded, very practical, but trapped in her head, very much so, struggling to come up with a solution. For some of you, you're the Four of Cups and Strength and the Nine of Wands, and this masculine is someone who, I think he's being a little my way or the highway, and it might be hard to stand up to him, especially if he has a bit of a temper and he has this habit of, after a fight, he goes off and sulks and won't speak. That's kind of manipulative in communication. So, and you're both struggling. You both just need to talk. I sense that there is love here because there is a stability. Eight of Cups, I think you're walking away from the fight or this disappointing stuff. The Sun, focusing on the bright side here. Some of you have Leo in your chart. And then opening up and talking. And also working it out. Working it out. It's going to get to a nice, slow, steady pace with the Knight of Pentacles. Back to normal is what I'm hearing. But it's still not quite working out for you or someone else. Something's not quite right. There's a decision something needs to be worked out. And it might be about a choice. You, Taurus, especially for the feminine, you may feel like the masculine kind of got his way about something. And it's bothering you more than maybe you're letting on. Yeah, and also if the masculine's the one doing this, he doesn't really, I feel like this Emperor doesn't want to acknowledge completely someone else's emotions. Here's the person in the environment. Again, could be reversed. Keep that in mind. The Eight of Swords, someone's all trapped in their head. Temperance, Sagittarius energy, they are trying to be calm and patient. It is a soulmate card with Temperance. Wondering if you're their soulmate. Trying to be chill and calm, thinking very much about the future, listening to their intuition. We tap into our intuition when the facts that are right in front of us and our own gut instincts really aren't giving us the information that we want. We need a little something, something extra. So we tap into the intuition and to the divine. So you need to know, Taurus, that this person is trying to be calm, thinking a lot about the future. We could have Pisces or Sag in the midst. And I wanted to know what this person's trying to be chill, but they seem to be praying about something with the Five of Cups and the High Priestess. So I wanted to know what they were all wound up in their head about. And I have the Ten of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the Moon. A decision that needs to be made that's difficult to make. It may concern family, also possibly whether or not to have another child, whether or not to actually get married. I'm also hearing that for some of you, you're considering a mother or a mother-in-law moving in with you. I'm seeing possibly families come together and consider living together for some of you as well. They're worried about that and how that's going to go. And I'm also strongly picking up that someone is worried about having to live up to some kind of an expectation. Okay. Yeah, especially you, Taurus. Like some of you are worried. Like the Queen of Pentacles has got it going on, but the Empress is kind of fancy. That might not be your style. Don't put such strong expectations on yourself right now. And definitely tell this masculine he's being a little bit of an ass. I'm hearing it. Like, I hear that the feminine is mad. Like, you're being an asshole. You're not being very nice, is what I'm hearing. Even though you're coming out as the Emperor. I think the Emperor is just in your energy. So what you're showing me, Taurus, is the Eight of Cups. You're going to leave something behind that's disappointing you. Guarded, but hanging in there. Eight of Pentacles, kind of burying your nose in work. You may be a little distracted this week by work. And then the Emperor here. So this Emperor is around you and you're guarded against him. Or you're just in Emperor energy where you're really trying to be in control. I wanted to know what you were walking away from with the Eight of Cups, because they're the Eight of Swords and you're the Eight of Cups. And I got the Ten of Swords and the Six of Swords. I knew it. Moving on from something that recently really hurt. There is a defensiveness between the two of you. I think you struggle to open up to one another and receive support and love. And someone thinks the other person needs to be fixed. That may or may not be true. You're not on the same pages right now. You guys definitely need to get on the same page. Communication could be better. I'm seeing two people that are struggling to be honest about how they really feel and let each other in. And what's ending up happening is it erupts into a fight, or someone's harboring their emotions of anger underneath, and you might not be showing your pain. You both need to open up and talk to each other, because yeah, you have stability and you're working together and you'll get into this predictable pace, but something's just not sitting right with you or them. This isn't finished. Whatever this was all about is going to come up again. I don't have the Wheel of Fortune, but watch out, you guys, for like just holding stuff in and not really communicating. Because I get the sense that every time one of you wants to communicate, the other one gets defensive and says, I do it on my own. I don't need any help. We all need a little help. I mean, this card says, if you think you can handle, allow love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything on your own. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. Something tells me that underneath this tough exterior, this Emperor needs to be nurtured just as much as anybody else does. And you guys, the Taurian female is really the one to do it. There is no one more nurturing than a Taurus woman. Good God. I have Taurus women in my family. They are an endless abyss of love and nurturing and caring energy. We've got a feminine like that here. Emperor and Empress. You just need to work on healing wounds and getting on the same page. And I'm hoping an apology will come from someone here about that. Yeah. All right, they're pulling back and they're telling me to stop. They're saying no more. I feel like there's more, but they're saying you know more. You know the rest, you know more. All right, Taurus, I hope it resonated with you and I hope it helped. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Taurus. Take care. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.